Hi, my name is Irais Morales, and I decided to do my primate presentation on the Coquerel Sifaka. So this is a lemur, also known from the episode Sabuma Fu. Growing up, I watched that episode a lot, so I was really happy that I got to choose this lemur to learn more about. For the taxonomy, we have the common name Coquerel Sifaka. And then for the scientific name, we have Propithecus coquerelli, a little bit hard to pronounce. And for the anatomy and morphology, we have this lemur that is medium sized. The white on its body is the head, tail, and most of its body, as well as the fur on the bridge of its nose. It also has the color brown on the chest, as well as the arms and the thighs. You can also see black on the face, as well as the ears, bottom of the hands, and the feet. One thing I found really interesting that I didn't notice before was that it has yellow eyes. Sometimes you can see a few red specks in their eyes, but they are mostly yellow. Another thing that I just wanted to touch on is that since they are lemurs, they do have tooth combs, which are used for grooming as well as peeling fruits or seeds. And then they also have grooming claws, which are also used for maintaining their fur as well as grooming. This lemur can be found in the northwestern part of the Madagascar. It's found in desert areas as well as forest areas. And as far as habitat goes, the lemur is mostly arboreal. However, I did add terrestrial because even though it does spend most of its time on its trees, like seen in the image here, it also leaps along the ground. Sometimes that's because it's the only way to get across really fast. Other times it's because there's just no forest in that area and it's in the desert section. So I did just want to make note that even though it is an arboreal lemur, it does spend some time on the ground. The home range and day range size for this lemur is between 10 to 22 acres. They do mark the territory that they live in, so they tend to stay in that area as far as their family. These lemurs do seem to be mostly active during the day, making them diurnal. And it seems like most of the morning they spend browsing around looking for food. And then in the evenings, they actually go out and forage for the food that they need to get. As far as their positional behavioral, they do have a vertical posture, but they can't walk on all fours. They do use this vertical posture to skip, and it also allows them to leap easier from tree to tree. And their leaps can be up to 35 feet. Its diet consists mostly of leaves, fruits, flowers, seeds, barks, as well as insects. So we would consider this lemur an omnivore. And then as far as foraging, it seems like they use their wide reaching thumbs in order to move from tree to tree really fast, due to needing to forage a large amount of area. And they also spend a lot of the day foraging because that's just what they do. First they scout and then they forage. These lemurs tend to stay in groups between 3 to 10, and even though at times they can be monogamous, they are also polyandry. So the females will have multiple male partners, and this also increases the likelihood of their infant survival. So then right here we have a graph that kind of shows the social structure. So above we have the females, which kind of choose who they want to mate with. And like I said, they mate with multiple partners. That way, when they do have an infant, those multiple males will take care of that infant, ensuring that that infant will have a better chance of survival. And one interesting thing I found was that the dominant male tends to be the father for 90% of the offspring of that group. So I think this graph kind of demonstrates that with one male making like multiple babies, probably with that one female. However, she's going to have all these other males that are going to take care of those babies. And then another thing that I also found interesting in my research was that when a female and a male don't have a secure bond, they spend more time in olfaction, versus if a female and a male have a really strong bond, then they spend less time with the olfaction in order to attract that mate. In this slide, we are just summing up the fact that females choose the mate, and this just kind of increases the survival of their baby, which they take care of until they are about a year old. And then for the predators, it seems like the most important predator is the phasas. However, other predators that also attack this lemur are feral dogs, as well as large birds and boas. And one interesting thing that I learned was also infanticide. So, males have been seen to eat infants, especially if that infant isn't theirs. This could be for multiple reasons, whether resources are low, or they need the nutrition, or they simply want to get rid of that infant so then they can go and have another infant with the female. The Sifaka is endangered due to deforestation and hunting, and it's got its name from its warning call that goes Shufak. So that is why it was given that name. On this page, I just cited a bunch of references from news articles that I used, as well as websites and the peer-reviewed articles. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching.